Back here on your televisions, Patrick McDonald, we got a little breaking news. I know you're a big breaking news guy. What's the haps right now?
Yeah, it sounds like LIV Golf just received OWGR points ahead of its first event there in Saudi Arabia this week. The top 10 finishers and ties will be receiving points, about 108 up for grabs, which is kind of on par with some Korn Ferry Tour events, some of the lower DP World Tour events as well. And, going through this statement, it seems like Trevor Immelman, of course, our CBS Sports colleagues, the chairman there at the OWGR, there are a few things that they still don't like with LIV Golf. And, normally the minimum is about 75 players they want in fields. That's about 57 on average for LIV Golf. They felt it's still sort of a closed shop, even though LIV Golf has 2 players coming from the Asian Tour, 3 from that promotions event. They don't really see a ton of turnover, but they saw that the necessity to give some of these top end players points for what they've been doing, of course. And so I thought it was pretty interesting. At the end of their statement, they said LIV Golf does expect to make even more changes going into the 27 season to hopefully get the full field OWGR points, where right now it's just the top 10 finishers and ties.
And Johnson, I think that's important to kind of highlight, is that top 10 portion, right? The fact that, not everybody's going to get points that's in the field. I mean, I think that's something that we've seen and been critical of with LIV, basically since its existence is, when John Rahm had that run forever of finishing the top 10, it's like, well, John Rahm's going to finish in the top 10 at LIV. Look at the fields. But, I think it's important that they kind of cut it off for now at that position, and then maybe kind of reevaluate it at the end of the year.
Well, this is a big win for LIV Golf in an offseason that's really been pretty horrible and devastating for them, losing Brooks Koepka, now Patrick Reed. To have this announcement's big. You look at a guy like Joaquin Niemann, I know it's not a ton of points, but similarly to the Korn Ferry Tour, Matt McCarty, winning 3 times on that tour 2 years ago, came out to the PGA Tour, won the Black Desert Championship. His world ranking was really high. Johnny Kiefer, winning the Korn Ferry Tour points list this last year, he's coming to the PGA Tour with a decent amount of points. I think this is big for them, and for those guys playing over there that want to play well, it's going to give them more avenues to potentially get into majors, and this is good, and this is good news for LIV Golf if you're interested in that.
And Johnson, I think you nailed it. The fact that it's a win. Patrick, they've needed something that's good news, right? The fact that all this is happening, and even in the presser, with Rahm and Bryson, and kind of getting critiques on that. Some of the social media stuff getting critiqued, but having something like this has been. At least they can lean on this, and people are talking about it.
And for the young guys, too, who might be concerned about getting into majors, like Johnson mentioned, we just saw Lasasso go there and play on the High Flyers Phil's team. But you have someone like a Tom McKibben, Caleb Surratt, David Puch, all really good young players who are trying to scratch and claw into major championships. There are obviously some avenues right now for them getting into major championships, whether it's finishing inside the top 3 in the points list during a specific time or top 5, whatever it may be. But like Johnson said, this is just another way for them to potentially do that.